make some predictions for UFC Fight Night Adesanya versus Imavov. But first, I gotta say a quick thank you for 100 subscribers. Let's go. Really appreciate it. I didn't expect anyone to subscribe to this channel. I know the production quality could be a little better. I'm really just kind of having fun creating what I find interesting and fun to do. So I appreciate all y'all for subbing up and enjoying the content. Yeah, kind of crazy. I didn't think I'd get more than like 10 views per video, so yeah, just want to say really appreciate it. I hope this is relaxing to fall asleep to, or I don't know, maybe you learn a little bit more about some of these cards. But either way, yeah, thank you guys for 100 subscribers. Let's go. Appreciate it. Alright, let's start it off with Hamdi Abdelawalab versus Jamal Bogues. I don't know if Bogues is French, but he sure fights like it. Hamdi, he's like a fucking Egyptian Chad. He's got one of those fucking cracked out physiques I've ever seen from heavyweight. Bogues is like kind of technical on the feet, more of a striker. Beat Thomas Peterson. That's not a bad win, actually. Long, kind of lengthy guy. But Hamdi beat the GOAT, Dontel Mays. And he is fucking yoked and a great wrestler. And he got popped for steroids in a different organization. And yeah, I think, I really could see Bogues winning because Thomas Peterson, the guy he beat, is a pretty solid grappler. And I guess Jamal was able to defend his grappling, so I could see him doing the same with Hamdi, but bro, he's too built. He's too fucking strong. I can't go against the grappler, against a guy who's kind of skinny for heavyweight and primarily a striker. So I'm going Hamdi Abdello. Next up, we got Bogdan Grad. No Asian versus Lucas Alexander. Lucas Alexander, he's one of those like fun guys. Those guys that kind of, aren't great but have fun fights. And the UFC likes to keep him around to have a good, knockout, win or lose on a card. Bogdan fought in the Contender Series twice, knocked out by Tom Nolan. I remember he looked kind of goofy in that fight, and then he had a great scrap with another guy. That was very close, and yeah, I think it was a robbery. I was watching Guru, and he was saying it was a robbery, but I do remember that fight, and looking back, I'm pretty sure that actually was kind of a robbery. But, strong guy, weird build. I don't know what it is, but there's something kind of like uncanny with his build. I think it's like his neck and his long arms. His long, like hella muscular arms. But yeah, he's strong. I think if he grapples, he could definitely take down Lucas Alexander. I believe Alexander is pretty skinny. And yeah, I could see Bogdan getting caught on the feet like he did against Tom Nolan, who's another kind of lengthy lightweight, or like guess this guy's a featherweight now. Yeah, I could see him getting caught with like an uppercut, but I think he's gonna grapple probably if he's smart and take down Lucas Alexander. Excuse me. And I'm gonna say win 29-28 decision. Next up, Jasmine Judavicius versus Maria Bueno Silva. Actually, kind of an interesting fight. Jasmine, I'd say like a top 15 level fighter, but not much past that. She's solid, like actually skilled women's MMA fighter, but kind of gets outshined in when she fights like the top 5 kind of girls. Lost to Macy Barber, I think. Oh, she lost to great Tracy Cortez. Damn, I thought she won that fight. That's kind of crazy. Ooh, that's not a good look. Let me keep it a bean. I mean, Bueno Silva has the way better resume. She's actually younger. I thought she was older, but she's actually younger. On a bit of a skid, but submitted Holly Holm. Beat Stephanie Edgar. I don't know about that. Actually, maybe your resume isn't actually that good. She lost to Marina Moroz. That's rough. You know what? I'm going Jasmine, bro. Fuck it. I mean, I do think Bueno Silva's the more tested fighter for sure. Probably more dangerous on the feet as well. I don't know. I mean, I think Jasmine will have to grapple, honestly, to win this fight. And I don't know if Silva's gonna get out grappled by a girl who's gonna be a good bit smaller. You know what? Fuck it. I'm changing my pick. I'm going Maria Bueno Silva. Yeah, it's hard not to. I thought she was older. And I was gonna pick Jasmine because she's, younger and on the come up. I do think Jasmine's improving more than Bueno Silva probably is. But she's 35. That's kind of crazy. So, I'm going Bueno Silva. More tested. I think more dangerous. And I don't really see how Jasmine would win. I think the only way she wins is like volume. Just volume striking. And then like pushing her up against the cage or something. But I think Buena's definitely the better fighter, so I'll go Bueno Silva by decision split. Next up, we got Ziam versus Mike Davis. This is a fun fight. Oh, Jesus Christ. I like this fight. I think this is the best prelim. This card kind of got cooked. I remember it being way more stacked. I mean, the main card is still great, but like, I swear to God, there were way better prelims on here before. I know we lost the Jordan Levitt fight. Poor Abdul Kareem, bro. Can't get a fucking fight. Keep getting canceled. And we lost the Ikram fight too. But still, I thought there were better fights on the prelims. That being said, this is my favorite fight on the prelims. Ziam versus Mike Davis. Mike Davis, a guy with a lot of potential, has looked very good. Good striker. I think he won the Tiger Muay Thai like trials. They do like a competition thing where, if you don't know, Tiger Muay Thai is a gym in Thailand. It's kind of like a super gym, like it's in Phuket. Nice area, fucking huge facility. Volkanovski was training there. Adesanya, a lot of Australian guys and super high level, Muay Thai guys. And that one wrestling coach that helped Volkanovski prepare for Islam. They do this tryout thing. I don't know if they've done it in recent years, but there was a whole YouTube documentary about it for like the 2018 one, and I watched it, and it was amazing. It was a great documentary. Basically, they take, prospects, like fighters who are still pretty young in their career, and they compete to get, I think, like a year's worth of training and accommodation for free. And they kind of put them through the gauntlet. Like, they just have them train all fucking day, spar each other, spar the other fighters at Tiger Muay Thai. They do these pad sessions where the pad holders, like, try to break them. Shit is, like, low-key fucked up. It's kind of brutal to watch, but, if you make it through the fire, then you win, and you get a year's worth of training. So, I think Mike Davis won that, if I'm not wrong. But either way, that being said, he has good striking. Like, his striking is not bad. Good power. Very muscular guy, and his grappling is phenomenal. Very high level, offensive, like wrestling. Just a good grappler overall. And Faraz has been looking like a monster lately. Knocked out Matt Fravola with that nasty knee. Oh my goodness. Beat Claudio Puelas. That's okay. Beat Jai Herbert. That's a good win. Michael Figlak. And that's whatever. Did lose to Darren Spaghetti. That's not a good look. Beat Luigi. Alright, maybe he hasn't beaten the best guys, but he 100% looked his best. That last fight against Matt Fravola. Tall guy, but somehow Mike Davis is 6 foot. I thought he was like 5'9", 5'8". Because he's fucking yoked. Yeah, he beat Porsche. He was kind of getting cooked up by Porsche on the feet, but took him down. Got the decision. I don't know why, but when I whisper, I cannot say the word decision. Like while whispering. It's one of those ones. Oh, he lost to Gilbert Burns. That's crazy. But yeah, Mike Davis, promising prospect, but keeps getting injured. Not very active. Good grappler, decent striking. Faraz, great striking. Not as good grappling, but also not bad. Pretty well rounded and very tall and long. I think this is gonna be like a very close fight, but I could definitely see Mike Davis out grappling Faraz, especially since he got submitted by Terrence McKinney. Not a good look. So I'll go Mike Davis by second round decision, but if it goes long, I could totally see Faraz dragging Davis into deep waters and Davis gassing out, because he does kind of gas out. That's his only big weakness. So I could see Faraz taking him into deep waters in the third round, but I think Mike Davis will get the submission before then. So going Mike Davis, round 2, submission. Next up, we got Terrence McKinney versus Damir Hadzovic. I don't know what the fuck is up with this matchmaking. Absolutely terrible matchmaking. Somehow, Terrence McKinney only has one more win than Damir. Same amount of losses. Damir's 38. He's been in the UFC for a while. Casey. His last win was Yancy Medeiros in fucking 2021. That's crazy. Hasn't fought in like 3 years. 2 years. No, 3. Yeah, 3 years. Bro, he keeps losing. What the fuck? I'm looking at his record, and in the past 5 years, 6 years, it's just him losing. Lost to Alan Patrick. That's crazy. You can't lose. I honestly don't know. Bro, and he's had like 25 canceled fights. 3 canceled fights. Oh wait, no, it's a glitch. 2 canceled fights with the same guy. Bro, the fucking Google UFC thing is so buggy. Alright, I'm quit complaining, but yeah, this guy shouldn't be in the UFC if I'm keeping it a buck. He never fights. He's 38. He's like not that good. From what I've seen, I've only seen him lose. Terrence McKinney's a good grappler, dangerous on the feet. I got Terrence McKinney, first round finish. I think it could be a submission or TKO, either one, but I'm going Terrence. I don't know what the fuck they're doing with this matchmaking, but whatever. Next up, the GOAT. Now you may be thinking, I don't remember John Jones being on this card. I don't remember Islam Makhachev being on this card. And you would be correct. Neither of those fine gentlemen are on this card, but you see the GOAT, the uncrowned GOAT. Okay, I got a crystal ball. I can see 10 years down the future, down the line, in the future, whatever. And in that crystal ball, I see Shamil Gaziev, first round submission of John Jones, second round TKO of Tom Aspinall, third round flying Omoplata against Cyril Gahn. Okay, this guy's gonna be the GOAT of the heavyweight division. And then he goes down to light heavyweight and knocks out Pereira for double champ status. Okay, this guy's next up, you know. He's got to lay off the Big Macs, work on the cardio a little bit, try to not run straight into the cage like he did against Rosenstrike. But he's gonna whoop Thomas Peterson. You know, Thomas Peterson, American guy, good wrestler. But the GOAT, you know, he's gonna run through everybody. He's gonna kill everybody like Hamzat. Yeah, Shamil Gaziev, first round, spinning heel kick to the chin of Thomas Peterson. Easiest prediction on the card. Might throw some money on that. Alright, now onto the main card. We got Muhammad Naimov versus Khan Ofli. I'm going Naimov. I didn't think he was that good, but I was impressed when he beat Jamie Malarkey. Knocked him out as like a massive underdog. Going up a weight class. I thought Khan Ofli was a bantamweight because he was on the Ultimate Fighter. No, that was a different season. I'm thinking of Ricky Tercios. Khan Ofli, solid fighter, got kind of cooked by Marion Santos to win the Ultimate Fighter, but all of his other fights on the Ultimate Fighter were pretty impressive. Good all-around fighter, kind of short, stocky for featherweight, but solid grappler, okay hands, not a whole lot of power, and yeah, he got cooked by Marion Santos. I don't think he's a bad fighter at all, but I do see Imavov winning. I'm done doubting him. I thought he'd get cooked by Nathaniel Wood, and he did cheat a lot in that fight, but he still won that shit, which is hard to do against Nathaniel Wood, who's a very good all-around MMA fighter. So yeah, I'm going Imavov. I'll go like the second round, TKO, but hopefully it's not bad. I think it's just, a level below Imavov. I think Imavov has proven himself. He did lose to Felipe Lima, but Lima is pretty solid. Yeah, I'm going Imavov. Next up, Saeed. Oh my god. We got Sid Nurmagomedov versus Vinicius Oliveira. This is probably my second most, looking forward to fight. Oh my god. When this got canceled, I was so sad. I'm so happy it got rebooked. Because unless Saeed grapples, which I could totally see him doing, but that being said, Oliveira has good takedown defense that he showed against Ricky Simon. Yeah, if they stay on the feet, this is a banger, bro. Saeed, one of my favorite stats of all time, has thrown more spinning back fists than jabs in his career. Like, I love that. That's fucking nuts. Super fun style. Kind of like a Zabit type guy. He did grapple Martinez, I believe. And still lost that fight. So, he's a good grappler. Great, like, ninja choke. I don't see Oliveira offensively grappling at all. I think he's gonna want to keep it on the feet. I think Saeed has a path to victory if he does grapple Oliveira. But again, Oliveira's got solid takedown defense. Like, not bad at all. If it stays on the feet, I think he could catch Saeed, but I think it's going to be just like a super fun back and forth, a great scrap, really fun fight. I could see either of them getting caught, but honestly, both of these guys are elite level fighters, so let's see. Beat Muin. Oh yeah, that guy. He's a really good grappler. Got cut for no reason. I can't say his name. It's like Said Yakub. Go and watch my video on Yakub. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Said. He's definitely the more tested fighter. From what I've seen, I think he's the more high-level fighter, but I think this is gonna be very close. Hopefully, it's gonna deliver as a fun fight. Yeah, I'll go Saeed by third round, spinning back kick, KO. Next up, Jairzinho Rosenstrike versus Sergey Pavlovich. This is a very fun one too. Jairzinho looked good his last fight, bumping the jab. Had a little more aggression against Tuivasa than normal. Usually he's kind of like a technical kickboxer, kind of fights how I like to fight. A lot of jabs, a lot of low kicks, inside low kicks. Technical kickboxer, not too many shots, but he's got good power. He's got that like African, like Congolese, kind of not jacked, but you can tell he's got some muscle under that fat, like like some strong ass tendons type of power. When he decides to use it, Sergey lost to Volkov, but I think Volkov is just that good. Like, I was so surprised when he beat Gon, which, by the way, was a total robbery. Yeah, I think he totally beat Gon, and I think he was just that good. I don't think Sergey was bad or anything. I think he just got outclassed by a fighter who's really fucking good. That being said, I do think he's a level above Jairzinho. I don't know how he wins this. He could grapple, and he would probably win if he did so, because Jairzinho has terrible grappling defense. It's like never really improved. So if Sergey decides, he could totally take him down, but I think he's got the cleaner boxing on the feet. Jairzinho could catch him, could like crunch up his legs, but I don't think he's going to be long enough to play that like outside range game. I think Sergey's arms are too long for him to do what Volkov did. So I'll go Sergey Pavlovich by first round KO. Just kind of blitzing him, catching his chin like Francis, but a little more technical. Alright, next up, Sharabutin Magomedov versus Michael Venom Page. Oh boy, I am excited for this fight. This is indeed a fun one. I think Magomedov is a decent favorite, which really surprises me. I think MVP is still the better fighter. He's old, and yeah, he's like past his prime. Lost to Ian Gary, not a good look. But he's way more tested than Magomedov. Magomedov had a very close fight with Arman Petrosian, I think his name is. In his last fight, he found the sick ass double spinning back fist. But before that, it was pretty even. And I think MVP is going to be the highest level striker he's fought. I don't see Magomedov shooting takedowns, which is a sentence that, to say a few years ago, would not make any sense. Yeah, I mean, dude, MVP was cooking up Kevin Holland, cooking up Ian Gary on the feet. Ian Gary wanted nothing to do with him on the feet. And, even though he's not my favorite fighter, Ian Gary is like a top 5 welterweight, so yeah, Sharapudin just isn't tested. He's not bad, but I don't think he's going to improve enough from his last fight to beat MVP, so I'm going MVP. I'm going MVP by close decision. Should be 30-27, but is a split decision because we're in Saudi Arabia, I think. Or is this Abu Dhabi? I don't know. I think it's Saudi Arabia, but I'm going MVP by decision. He's just a higher level striker, in my opinion. But should be a fun fight. I'm looking forward to this one. Solid matchmaking. I still want to see him fight fucking Wonder Boy. I know they both said like it would be a boring fight, but I don't think so. I think MVP would push the pace. It would be cool to see at least. But yeah, I'm going MVP. Alright. Main event of the evening, we got Israel Adesanya versus Nasruddin Imavov. Imavov, a guy who has improved a lot. He's definitely a better fighter than he used to be. Very technical kickboxer, decent grappling, which I'm curious to see if he uses in this fight. I could definitely see him actually doing a lot of, cage grappling, offensive grappling, but he doesn't really have like powerful shots like DDP does. So I don't see him keeping Adesanya down, really doing much on the ground besides maybe holding him against the cage. How tall is he? 6'2". Alright. Google has him as 1 inch less than Israel Adesanya. We'll see about that. Yeah, 5-inch reach disadvantage. He's a technical striker, not bad on the feet, but he kind of got cooked up by Sean Strickland. Kind of gassed out. I'll say that's his biggest weakness is his cardio, probably. I just don't see where he's threatening to Israel Adesanya. His grappling isn't his main game, so he's not gonna fucking double leg and smash him on his head and fucking find the rear naked choke. He's a technical striker, but I think he's gonna be smaller than Israel Adesanya. He's gonna be outreached, and he doesn't have a lot of power. Power is not what he's known for. I think he does really well against guys who are more his size, less long, more shorter kind of guys like Buckley and Cannonier, to where he can trade with those guys because he's very fast. That's the one thing that he does have is technical striking ability, like good Muay Thai, knees, boxing, front kicks, and speed. His speed is very good. So, you kind of saw him hit those counters against Cannonier, just be too fast for him. But for a guy like Adesanya, who's also fast and way longer and is going to be on the outside, I don't see how Imavov finds a way to win. I just don't see a path to victory for him at all. Don't think he's going to get the submission. And again, he's not like Dricus to where he can blitz in and catch Adesanya with a big shot, and he has to respect him because he's, big and powerful. He's a technical... What the fuck was that? He's like a technical precision striker who relies on counters and, quick movement. I think that this is going to be kind of a boring fight, honestly. I don't love this matchup for Adesanya. I think they should have done him versus Khamzat. That's the fight I've wanted to see for a long time. But, yeah, I just don't see how Imavov wins. I think it's going to be another boring fucking 49-46 Adesanya decision. Jab, low kick, right hand every now and then, left hook sometimes. But I don't think Imavov's going to be able to catch him. I think he's going to put him against the cage. But Israel has pretty good grappling defense, so I think he'll be able to get off the cage and just fucking jab low kick to a decision victory. So, going Izzy by decision. I was real confident with him against DDP, but that motherfucker, bro, I don't know how he does it, but he did it. But I don't see Imavov having any of the same attributes that DDP did. Or Strickland, who I guess you could say has kind of a similar style, but he's like a pressure fighter, and that fucked up Izzy. Imavov doesn't have the best pressure, so yeah, I'm going Izzy by decision. Those are my picks. Fucking, of course, it's at 8 a.m. It seems like every other place that the UFC goes, besides China, they make it so that it's, U.S. time zone, except for Saudi Arabia and Abu Dhabi. I wonder what the correlation is. I think those guys have got some money. Dana Silva, Mike Davis, Terrence McKinney, the GOAT, Naimov, Nurmagomedov, Pavlovich, Page, and Adesanya. So, thank you for watching. Thanks again for 100 subscribers. Really appreciate it. Thanks for the kind comments. I read all of them, so even if I don't reply to them, because I'm kind of lazy, I do see them and I do appreciate them. So thanks so much for watching. Those are my picks and predictions for UFC Fight Night. Adesanya versus Imavov. Peace out, y'all. Don't let the bedbugs bite.